I'm Dr. Melissa Johnson, psychologist and CEO and founder of the Institute for Girls Development. Finding the right therapist for your child or teen is a very important task. In this video, I will share with you some of my favorite questions for gathering helpful information. And at the close of the video, you'll find a more comprehensive list of 13 questions. Some families have limited availability. For example, you may need to bring your child in the evenings or on the weekends, so it's great to ask those questions about availability up front. Therapists can also have limited availability, and if after school and evening hours are hard to come by, get creative. Think about if there's a way for your child to come in during a free period or a lunch period. Another question you may want to ask early on is about insurance, if you want to use it. Some therapy practices take insurance, and others are out-of-network providers. They are fee-for-service practices, and they don't take insurance. However, they will often provide a claim form so that you can be reimbursed at the out-of-network rate from your insurance company. If you use your insurance, the therapist will need to provide a psychiatric diagnosis to submit to the insurance for your child. After the therapist has met with your child, they will be able to share with you what diagnosis they will be using on the insurance form. Along with practical questions, there are questions related to match. These are questions that don't have a right or wrong answer, but they will provide you with helpful information for making a decision and moving forward. I suggest that you pick and choose amongst these questions, finding the ones that are most relevant to your situation. Some of these questions cannot be answered on the spot. The therapist will want to have a conversation with you and learn more about your child, your teen, and even meet your child or your teen before being able to render a really solid opinion about some of these questions. But by asking them early on, you get the dialogue going. It's great to ask a therapist about their training and experience in working with difficulties similar to those that your child is experiencing. And this is one of those questions where further conversation is going to be invaluable in that first initial consultation. That way there's give and take between you and the therapist, and as the therapist gets more information about your child or your teen, or even has the opportunity to meet with your child and teen, they will be able to share with you more accurately how their expertise and training is going to help guide them in the work with your child. After learning more about your son or daughter, the therapist is going to be able to talk with you about the approach that they will take. They may also talk about things like individual therapy, group therapy, family therapy. Let me share with you a little bit about each of those. Individual therapy involves working with your child or teen alone. Family therapy can include working with the whole family together or specific family members to seek solutions. With group therapy, your child or teen gets the benefit of meeting in a facilitated environment with their peers to gain skills together and gain support together. Parent coaching or parent counseling is another option to consider. Once the therapist has met with you and your child, they'll be able to recommend either one of these modalities or some combination, whatever they think is going to be most helpful. Here at the Institute, we love that question. In fact, we often ask it back to the parents. How will you know if things are getting better or when they're getting better? This gives us a chance to begin a dialogue about goals and expectations, and this helps us all to work together and move forward. It's important for children and teens to have privacy in therapy in order to feel safe and to do their work. At the same time, it's important for you as a parent to be involved in some way So this is a really great question to ask early on. The answer will depend partly on the age of your child and what your child is dealing with. It will also depend on the therapist's approach, and it's good to know that your involvement may also change over time depending on the situation. That initial conversation in preparation of therapy is so important. Ask your child's therapist for suggestions about preparing for the first session. I've listed 13 of my favorite questions here at the end of the video, and if you want to download the article, go to our website. We wish you well as you begin this healing journey for your child, your teen, and your family.